Hi guys, welcome to Competch. Today we are going to see a quick review of this particular topic, time, speed and distance. Right, as we all know, time, speed and distance is a very important topic for your many competitive exams as well as your placement exams in the section of aptitude. Right, so let us see a quick review of this concept. Now, time, speed and distance, the problems in time, speed and distance are divided into three broad categories. The first category are basically the general problems where they discuss, the concept is, moved around the formula of distance, speed and time, the relation between distance, speed and time. Then there are problems based on average speed concept and then on relative speed concept, right? And also there is another broad category of problems which are based on trains, and then there's another broad category which are based on boats, right? So this is basically what we'll be discussing in this particular class. So we'll start off with this particular concept, that is distance is equal to speed into time, the relation between distance, speed and time concept, right? So now let us understand the basic concept, basic formula first. The basic formula, as we all know, the relationship between distance, speed and time, that is distance is equal to speed into time. All right, so if you cannot understand, or sorry, if you cannot remember this particular formula, you can use this step, right? This would become the complex step, right? So you can use this triangle to understand, to remember the formula better. So distance always will be equal to speed into time, speed will be equal to distance by time, and time will be equal to distance by speed, right? So with this triangle you can understand and remember this formula better. Now, after understanding this formula, that is not where we have to stop at. And so from this formula, we can derive three, relations. Suppose the speed is constant. If the speed is constant, right? So if this is constant, so we can write d1 is equal to s into t1 divided by d2 is equal to s into t2. So from here, since speed is constant, this can be cancelled. From here, we can get a relationship between distance and time, that is d1 by d2 is equal to t1 by t2, right? That is the first formula. The second formula, that is if distance is constant. If this part, the distance is constant, we can write d is equal to speed 1 into time 1 divided by d equal to s2 into t2. Right, so from here we can write this d and d, this we can cancel, we can write s1 t1 is equal to s2 t2. So this is the second formula when the distance is constant. Now the third relation, when the time is constant. When the time is constant, you can see that this part is constant. So from here we can write d1 is equal to s1 into t divided by d2 is equal to s2 into t, and tt gets cancelled. From here we get d1 by d2 is equal to s1 by s2. So you can see, guys, that these three formulae look different, right? But it is derived from the same basic formula, that is distance is equal to speed into time. So if you remember this part, right, you, based on the question, you can derive, you can understand which formula to be used. So based on this concept, let us discuss a few problems here. So we'll be discussing level 1, level 2 and level 3 problems and try to use these concepts in solving the questions. Okay, now moving to the first question. So in the first question, let us read the first question. Now the first question says, a man reduces his speed from 20 km per hour to 18 km per hour. So he takes 10 minutes more than the normal time, right? And find the distance traveled by him. Suppose this man, in the first situation, he has to walk a particular distance, right? So now he has to, suppose, walk this distance. Suppose let the distance be d. Now in the first case, the speed of the man is nothing but 20 km per hour, right? And the time taken by him is supposed to finish this, the distance. Let the time taken for him is t1. Now in the second case, the speed of this man is nothing but 18 km per hour, and the time taken by him is supposed t2. Now what is the relation between t1 and t2? It is given that t2 is nothing but t1 plus 10 minutes, right? t1 plus 10 minutes, because he takes 10 minutes extra. Because he has slow speed, he'll take 10 minutes extra to cover the same distance. So now what formula should we use from the above concepts? If you can see right here, the distance is constant, right? So if the distance is constant, s1 t1 is equal to s2 t2, you can use this. So let us try to use that, right? So from here, And before using that formula, always, guys, you have to keep it in mind that you have to convert everything in the same units. So let me convert this. Either I'll convert this into meter per second and convert it into this into seconds, or I'll keep this as it is and I'll convert this into hours. So what I'll do, I'll convert this into meter per second. In order to convert a particular speed in kilometer per hour into meter per second, I have to multiply it by 5 by 18, right? So this will become 9s are 10s are. So this is 50 by 9 meter per second, right? And this speed will be nothing but 18 into 5 by 18, that is 5 meter per second. And this time I'll take it in seconds. And this one is nothing but T1 plus, if this I convert into seconds, it will become 600 seconds. Because 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, 10 minutes is equal to 600 seconds. Now, using the formula, that is S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. All right. So now S1 is nothing but 50 by 9 into T1 is T1 itself is equal to 5 into T1 plus 600. Now, if we solve it, this will become 50 T1 by 9 minus 5 T1 is equal to 5 into 600. So if we solve this, this will become 45 T1 divided, sorry, this will be 50 minus 45, right? So 50 minus 40, that is 5 T1 divided by 9 is equal to 5 into 600, right? This gets cancelled. So from here, I can write T1 is equal to 9 into 600, that is 9 6 are 54. So 5400 seconds, right? So we got T1 is equal to 5400 seconds. But in our question, we have to find the distance. So from the basic, relation again, distance is equal to speed into time. So speed is nothing but in the first case, it is 550 by 9 meter per second into 5400 seconds. So this will be nothing but this 9 ones are 9 6 are 0. So this will be 30,000 meters. If you convert this into kilometers, this will become 30 kilometers. Therefore, the distance traveled by man, but the man is nothing but 30 kilometers. So, so in this question, guys, you have understood, right? So how we use the basic relation, B is equal to S into T. We use the basic relation in order to understand the situation, and we have solved the question accordingly, right? So this basically is a kind of level 1 problem which you will be getting in your competitive exam like IBPS or something like that, right? So this is the level 1 problem. I hope you have understood that. Now moving on to the next problem, which is a little bit trickier compared to the first problem. Now, in the next problem, what they're telling is, just let us understand the question at the face of it. So now, in a 1 kilometer race, A beats B by 64 meters or 8 seconds. Now find A's time over the course. Now in a race, suppose this is a race course of 1 kilometer distance, and now A and B are participating in this race, and A has finished the race first and B is behind A by how much? It is given by 64 meters or 8 seconds. All right. Now we have to find out A's time over the course. Now, if you can see, B covers this distance in 8 seconds, right? So the speed of B is the distance covered by him divided by the time taken by him to cover that distance. So this will be nothing but 64 by 8, that is 8 meter per second. So the speed of B is 8 meter per second. Now, how much time will B take to finish the entire race? So time of B will be nothing but distance divided by speed. So the distance, if suppose 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer is nothing but 1000 meters divided by the speed is 8. So this, if you simplify, you'll get 125 seconds. But we all know that the time taken by A is whatever time taken by B minus 8 seconds. So this will become 125 minus 8. So you get 117 seconds, right? So therefore, the time taken by A is nothing but 117 seconds. So this is simple, right? So this is very simple, right? So here we have basically used the concept of speed is equal to distance into time, and we played around with this particular relation itself. See here we wrote speed is equal to distance by time, time is equal to distance by speed. So we played with the same relation, right? So this is a kind of level 2 problem where you will be asked in your SBI, PO and such exams, right? So this is a kind of level 2 problem. I hope you have understood this problem as well. Now let us quickly move into the next problem. So coming to the next question is a level 3 kind of question. It's a little bit trickier compared to the questions that we've discussed above, right? So these kind of questions probably would be asked in your CAT exam or GMAT exam or something like that, right? So let us start with the question. So in the question, a monkey is climbing up a vertical pole 12 meters and slips 5 meters every alternate hour. So what this monkey is doing is, so this monkey climbs 12 meters in the first hour and it slips uh, 5 meters in the second hour. So effectively in 2 hours, it is climbing 7 meters. That is 12 minus 5, right? So it effectively in every 2 hours, for every 2 hours, it's climbing 7 meters. Now, the total length of the pole is 63 meters. How long will it take to reach the top of the pole? All right. So now let us see what is the closest multiple of 7 here. So why are we seeing the closest multiple of 7? Let us see the moment of this monkey. Now this, it slips to 7 meters, right? Again, it again climbs to 12 meters, right? And slips 5 meters. So it is reaching at 14. After 4 hours, the position of monkey is at 14. Now, after 6 hours, the position of monkey is at 21. After 8 hours, the position of monkey is at 28. After 10 hours, the position of monkey is at 35. This is at 12 hours. This is at 14 hours. And this is at 16 hours. Correct. Now, you may be thinking this might be at the 18th hour, but this is not true. Let us see how it is not true. Now, till this we have understood, right? So, 56 will be the closest multiple of 7, right? So, 7 8s are 56. So, 8 2 hours. It'll take 8 2 hours. So to reach the position of 56, it is basically taking 16 hours. In the 17th hour, if you can see, it has to cover a total distance of how much? See, all that is left is 7 meters, right? So no more 12 meters, no more slippage of 5 meters. All that is left is 7 meters. So finally, that 7 meters, it has to cover in the next hour. So in 1 hour, it will cover a distance of 12 meters, right? So 7 meters will be covered in how much time? This will be nothing but 7 by 12th of an hour. So if you convert this into minutes, this will be into 60. So this is 5s. So we get 35 minutes here. So we can see that after 16 hours, it will take 35 more minutes to cover the remaining distance of the pole. So if you could see this monkey, the total time taken by the monkey to reach the top of the pole is nothing but 16 hour 35 minutes. So you understand how we use the concept of speed, time and distance in solving a little bit trickier problem like this, right? So I hope you understood this problem as well. So this ends the video, right? Thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed the class, please give a thumbs up, share it with all your friends and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. And if you have any doubts in the concepts discussed here, please feel free to post them in the comment section. We will make a separate video on them. Again, thank you so much, guys. In the next video, we'll be covering up the topic of average speed and we'll be discussing questions on those, right? The level 1, level 2, level 3 questions we'll be discussing about this particular topic. Again, thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye, everyone.